Hey, what's going on, guys? VCart Gaming here, coming at you with a new series we're going to be messing around with. I'm going to show a little bit of Unreal Engine. Y'all are going to walk through with me as we create. We're going to create kind of like a medieval scene. Don't really think we're going to add any like combat or anything like that into it, but we're going to create kind of a fantasy scene with some maybe some castles, maybe some old village-ish, some sounds. We'll add some footsteps. We'll add some like bird forest noises, and just like overall a pretty large forest. So we're starting out with we're doing third person, just the basic one wherever you're on Unreal Engine. I mean, this is Unreal Engine 4.15. Yeah, and so whenever you click on it, this is just what it opens up. It's basically nothing. So yeah, first thing we're going to do, we are going to create a landscape because we have nothing right now. So you're going to go to your landscape area right here. We'll make this a little bit bigger. We'll do 500 by 500, and then we're going to do we'll do 400 deep, because we're going to be creating, we're going to do a little bit more than that actually. No, 400 will be more than enough actually. We're going to do 400 on the Z axis. That's going to be your depth ratio. That's going to be what's going to allow us to create mountain ranges or indentions into the landscape. Meshes, we will need to choose a mesh real quick. We're just going to use a basic one. I think this is one that just comes with Unreal Engine. So, ground. We can change it always. We can always change it. Let's choose this one. Let's see what that does. I think it's going to have to compile the shadows or the shaders real quick. So give it a second. It'll do its thing. For those of you who are wondering what system I'm running, I have a GTX 1070 8GB. I have 16 gigs of RAM, and I have a 6th generation i5, I believe. I don't know, it's 3.4, 3.5 base, my i5. So, okay, now that we have this, we're going to go ahead and create this. And it has to compile the shaders down here at the bottom right. You can see that. For if anybody's going to comment before saying I'm horrible at Unreal Engine, I know I am. I am 100% a noob at Unreal Engine still. I've done a few projects before, but I'm definitely not good at it. And y'all are probably, people who really know what they're doing are probably going to notice a lot of bad things that I'm doing that you're not supposed to do. But that's all right. That'll be good, just for basic. We're just going to leave this here, this box here. We are going to take our guy out of it, though. We'll go ahead and do that, even though we're not going to be doing anything with him. One thing I will be doing later on in this project is I'm going to be moving the camera into his head, kind of, to where it's still going to be a third-person game, but the camera view is going to be where his eyes are at, and we'll add a different mesh and different animations to him, to where you'll be able to see the arm movements while running and stuff. So it's going to look a lot better like that. Like I said, I am not good at Unreal Engine, so y'all can comment whatever you want. I'm not going to stop y'all from that. It's not going to hurt my feelings because I already know that I am not good at Unreal at all. We'll just put him out of the way for right now. I think we'll go ahead and start this about right here. The first thing I want to do is I do want to just create like a basic raised and lowered ground landscape to where it's not completely flat. That'll also give us kind of an area to place the trees, bushes, grass, all that kind of stuff. Kind of want to, trying to explain. let me think here. How I'm going to do this. Because we're going to have a bunch of cliffs is the thing. So why don't we okay, first we're going to just make a smooth mountainous landscape is what the first thing is going to be. We're going to go up. We're going to increase our brush size slightly. A little bit of a grid here. That's okay. We'll get rid of that later on, but not right now. Okay, so we're going to add a little bit of a mountainous landscape. One thing also, I feel like for Unreal Engine, you have to have a pretty intense, not intense, you have to have a pretty decent gaming PC to operate it well. Because last computer I had, it was a laptop and it had a 930M in NVIDIA, so it was one of their not very popular GPUs, and it was only in laptops. It was only a laptop one. They didn't offer it where you could just buy it. And that whenever I would mess with Unreal in that, it would crash about every 10 minutes. And of course, with my new setup, this custom built PC, I've never had it crash a single time because it's a lot better. I think one of the main things is RAM for playing with Unreal Engine. I feel like it's smart to have a lot of RAM. I would recommend probably at least 16 gigs of RAM. That is what I am rocking, so which isn't very special. It's not a crazy. I mean, there's people at 32, which I think is kind of overkill, but it's whatever. We're gonna kind of make a little bit of a mountainous landscape here. Kind of go out a little bit. We'll make the outside a little bit taller. That's how I'm creating the mountainous look. We'll get rid of these lines. Don't worry. Just not right now. Because sometimes it messes up if you do it before you do your landscaping. So we'll be doing that later. And you know what? I think I'm going to do more on the outside as well. And we're probably going to dent this ground right here and make it kind of go downhill. You know what I mean? We'll raise it up a little bit higher back in this area. We'll get some good mountains going on in here. Some nice round, obviously not very textured mountains. They'll kind of go away. You won't be able to see the roundness of them after we after we add a bunch of trees, which shortens your field of view. And also we're going to add a bunch of cliffs and stuff. So this is just kind of for right now. It works for right now. Like I said, I honestly am not very good at this. So yeah, we'll probably continue it later on down that way. But for right now, this works. It's a good start. It's a good start. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. Cool beans. All right. Yeah, I think it'll be cool to add a village in here and stuff. I'm not going to add any combat, I don't think, in this project. It's just mainly going to be just kind of a, I thought about playing around with this one and adding like voices into it, like where you can communicate with AIs. Don't know how to do that, but we can always learn. Y'all can learn with me on this because I've never done that before. so we can all do this together. We're going to go to our content. I'm thinking about doing 15-minute episodes is what I'm thinking about doing. It takes a long time to upload these. Alright, we're going to go to our, Spadudios, wrong one. We'll go to here. I think we're going to add grass first, actually. So on foliage, big grass. I want to see what this stuff looks like before it's going to compile that real quick. Compile those shaders. Also, tell me if this mic is okay. I bought like a $20 mic off of Amazon. If it's horrible, let me know. If I need to change it, if I need to upgrade my microphone system. Let it compile these shaders real quick before we add it into our foliage types, because you don't want to drag and drop it all the time, because that will take a very long time, especially for grass. It's okay with trees because you can individually adjust the trees, but for grass, that would take a while. So we're just going to add that to foliage type to where we can adjust how much of it spawns within a certain area. Alright, we're going to unclick that. We are going to add, we'll add this one next. It'll compile those shaders. Let us see here. Oh, you know what? On this one, I got a cliff. Oh yeah, and also all these texture or all these packets I have are just off of like the marketplace. Whenever you're in Epic Games to launch Unreal, all this stuff I just got off of the marketplace. So you have to buy it, yeah, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's not incredibly expensive. Some of them can be. There's some of them that are really expensive. So we'll add that to there. Unclick, unclick. Let it compile those shaders. All right. Next, we're not gonna do any trees yet. Let's go back to our content. We were just on nature set. We're gonna okay. We're gonna go to low poly forest. We're going to go to ground plants, and we're going to see we have a bunch of ferns, a bunch of bushes, some grass. Yeah, nice. I'm gonna add that grass into there, and we're going to add some add a couple ferns into there. We're going to start off with grass. We're not going to do any trees or cliffs just yet. Actually, we probably will do cliffs pretty quick. All right. Oh look, I accidentally spawned one of these little babies up here. How's that look? Yeah, that's not bad. It's pretty low poly, but it's not bad. I might actually delete this area, this right here. Get that away from me. Okay, cool. I think that about does it for this episode. I'm going to immediately, but I just don't want to have super long because it takes so long to upload episodes. So I'm going to immediately start episode 2 right after this. So, okay, bye.